This is Ted Gudorf from Gudorf Law Group. Today, I want to talk to you about your free healthcare documents that you can download from our automated system. The three documents include a HIPAA authorization, healthcare power of attorney, and living will. Let's first discuss what each of these documents are, and then number two, let's discuss how to execute them. Let's start with the HIPAA authorization. HIPAA is spelled HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Congress passed this law so that you and I could have privacy with respect to our medical information. And only if we sign an authorization will our physician or other medical professionals disclose our confidential information to others. This form will identify those individuals that you want to be able to have access to your medical information. You will insert their names, and then you will sign the back of the form to authorize your physicians to disclose this information. You can put as many individuals as you want on this form. The healthcare power of attorney is our second form. In the healthcare power of attorney, you are primarily going to designate up to 3 individuals as your agent to make medical decisions for you if you're unable to make those decisions. Just remember that as long as you are able, you are going to be in total control of the medical decisions that have to be made for yourself. But in the event that you cannot make those decisions, then your agents will make them for you. This document, as it is currently written, allows those agents to make all medical decisions. This includes what doctors to hire, what hospitals to go to, what surgeries to have, and ultimately, in the end, what nursing home you may end up going to. Now, on the healthcare power of attorney, there are 3 boxes in the document that you will need to either initial or not initial, depending upon your preferences. The first box authorizes your agents to be able to talk to your doctors and obtain your medical records. It is exactly like the HIPAA authorization that we previously discussed. The second box on the form authorizes your agents to withdraw intravenously provided nutrition and hydration if 2 physicians indicate that you are in a terminal or permanently unconscious condition. If you wish to authorize the withdrawal of nutrition and hydration, you should place your initials in the box. The third box will allow your agents to be appointed as your guardian in the event that a guardianship is needed through the probate court process. Once again, like your HIPAA authorization, you will sign this document at the end, and it will need to be witnessed. The third document that we've provided for you is called your living will. The living will is different than the other 2 because under the living will, you are going to state what your wishes are in advance with respect to end-of-life decisions. That is why it is called an advance directive. Under the living will, if 2 physicians determine that you are permanently unconscious or terminal, you are authorizing your physicians to withdraw any intravenously provided food and nutrition that is being used to keep you alive. If you check the box on the living will, your physicians will authorize you to die naturally. It is important to understand how the living will interacts with the healthcare power of attorney. Because it's an advance directive directed at your medical professionals, The living will trump any decision by your healthcare agent. In other words, the living will controls if push comes to shove. As a practical matter, in our local hospitals, our physicians are oftentimes wanting to meet with the family, gather them together, and get a consensus as to what the family wants done before they ever withdraw any extraordinary measures or before they issue a DNR order. Only in the event that there is a dispute amongst the family members do we resort to the legal documents as a practical matter. But having said that, the legal documents will control because they express what your wishes are. Now, as it pertains to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have inserted a special provision in each document that states that in the event that you contract the COVID-19 virus, that you in fact do want extraordinary measures used to keep you alive, and that you do not want a DNR order issued. If you do not want this provision within each of these documents, you should cross out that provision and place your initials next to it. Now, with respect to the signing of these documents, it is important that you and the two witnesses who are going to sign these documents be able to see each other in the presence of each other when the documents are signed. The best process by far is for you to sign the document in the presence of the other two witnesses. And under the current circumstances, simply make sure that all of you are socially distancing by being more than 6 feet apart. You can social distance and still observe someone signing the document, and the law will uphold it. So do them each one at a time. Sign the HIPAA authorization, and then have each of the witnesses who need to be present at the same time sign the document and indicate their address as well. Do that with a HIPAA authorization, then do it with a healthcare power of attorney, and then lastly, do it with the living will. Now, once you have signed all of these documents, it is my recommendation that you make copies. Place one with your family physician, one with your family attorney, and remember, keep one in your file so that if you ever have to go to the hospital, that you can bring these 3 documents with you to the hospital. You do not have to present the originals. A copy is more than adequate. Now, these are the 3 most critical healthcare related documents, but there are other documents related to your estate plan that you may wish to execute. Perhaps a financial power of attorney, a will, or a living trust. If we can help you with respect to these other documents, feel free to give our office a call, 937-898-5583. Also, there is significant additional information about estate planning on our website at www.daytonestateplanningslaw.com. Well, I hope you will find these documents to be helpful. If you have any questions or need guidance, we're here to help. Have a great day. Be well, my friends.